Well, hello everybody. I'm Sarah, the Real Simple Mama, and this is an exciting day because I have officially chosen the name Cluckingham Palace for our coop. So it is officially named, as well as we have the run built, and we're gonna let the chickens out for the first time in their new space. Yay! So this is not going to be a particularly educational video, so if you want to shut it off now, that's totally fine. This is mostly just going to be like, oh, like for enjoyment. So here's the deal. We moved into this rental house. This coop was already here. It hadn't been used in a really long time. We moved in not quite 3 months ago, and so our chickens had an existing place to go, but I hated that they only had that coop. It's completely weatherproof. They're completely safe. Doesn't get hot, etc., etc. But I wanted to give them more because they deserve more, and because I plan on getting a couple more birds. So we've been mapping out and figuring out what we were going to do using existing structures, using stuff that we already had. And so this has cost us almost no money. The chickens are going to get basically space in the yard that we weren't going to use anyway, like this weird narrow space between the fence and the coop. Like, I'm not going to let my kids come play back here. There's nothing that we're going to do back here. So we have finally built their door. I say we, it was my husband who finally built the door. I'll show you that in just a second. We've got our posts, and you can see about building a run in some of my older videos on the other property, because we're basically just using that same equipment. The chickens have a kiddie pool. They've got their little treat hook right there, the shepherd's hook. They've got their grazing box. Again, more wasted space between the shed and the fence that goes all the way down to the corner and then all the way through here to that far side of the shed. So what we're gonna do is let the chickens come out, and it's going to be cute and fun and yay, and you know, we should play, I don't know, like Born Free or something. But at the same time, I also am going to be watching them to make sure there's nothing that we missed that's not safe for them, and nothing that we missed as far as like, oh crap, they can get out right there, they can escape. So if you are building a new area for your chickens, make sure that you're not just going to let them out and then like go shopping for 6 hours or something. Be around so you can watch them and see, okay, we need to fix this, we need to do this. I'll be honest with you, right now this is you know, just not a hardware cloth. It's just like a wire mesh. We're not going to leave it like that, obviously, because that would like poke you and cut you up. So we've got to do that. We've got to put hooks here so that you know, we can latch this closed, basically, because this is going to be the human access point. But the way we've got it is, you know, but this is basically out in our yard. That's their door there right around the corner. So normally this will be closed off to like right here. I'm just going to open it, open this, let the girls out, and then close this back up, and then they're going to have all this space. So what I'm going to do is, you know, we'll talk about a couple of other random things probably as the girls are walking along, but what I'm going to do is just let them out and watch them go. But I promised that the first time they got to come out, I would show you guys. I did also just recently do a video about Blue. Chick, 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 chick. Come on, girls. Come on, chick, chicks. My two Americana / Easter eggers are back there in that darkened space. But Blue has been sick. I took her to the vet yesterday, dropped like, you know, $131 on a chicken exam and medication, so she's not feeling 100%. We do have plans to put the mister back around here. I did a video about if you would want a mister, all different kinds of considerations for that. None of my wasp remedies, to update on that too, none of my wasp remedies have worked so far. So there are a couple of active nests still, like right here. So I need to try to get rid of those. But I'm not going to be as worried about any of those things because my chickens are going to have a shaded space. They've never had, you know, bushes like this. I don't know if these are hawthorns right here or what these are. There's crepe myrtle down there. But where my chickens can just kind of feel like, ooh, I'm hiding. Look at me. You know, I'm like in, you know, I don't know, I'm foraging in the woods or whatever. I also wanted to show you, we've got some really cool spiders. She's right there in the middle of your shot. I don't know if you can see her. She's on the wrong side, but she's I can't remember if she's called an orb spinner spider, but they've got like this crazy looking, almost like a shell on their back. They're really cool. So anyway, come on, chicks. So now what's going to happen is every morning I will come into their food and water. Everything that they need, that they have to have, is going to remain in the coop. And that's so when we go out of town, like we are in July, whoever is my chicken sitter doesn't have to let them out and then worry about getting them back in, because then that person has to come back at least twice a day. So when we're gone, they are going to continue to just live in this zone. They can do it for a few days. They can exist. We spray that ground down. They have a fan that's hooked up. You can see it right there. Their food and their water is there, and their nesting boxes, their roosts, everything that they need is going to remain in this zone. So if the weather sucks or we're gone or, you know, whatever, I don't have to let them out. But this is just going to be more space for them. So now what I can do is just come in here in the morning. They've got their little step right there. Come on, chick, 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 chick. This is going to have a predator-proof lock on it. We're going to put a carabiner on it. We just haven't done it yet. And then we just hook it. And I'm trying to do this while I'm holding my camera. Whoop, like that. Come on, tick-tick. Come on. Tick-tick-tick-tick-tick. And of course, my alpha is going to go out first because that's what she does. Come on. Tick-tick-tick. Oh, oh. Come on. Tick-tick-tick-tick-tick-tick-tick. Come on, tick-tick. So that's Calypso. That's my alpha. She's always the first to go do something. She's the first to come down in the morning. She's the last to go up at night. Come on, tick-tick. Now the other girls are like, wait, where did they go? Where'd they go, Gracie? Gracie bird. She's like, oh my God. Chicken magic. Come on. And we do give them treats a couple times a week. We do, you know, just healthy things. I don't do scratch at all because I think it's crap. I think it's totally worthless. In a hotter climate like here in South Texas, they don't need to be fattening up on, you know, just sugar type crap. So I don't give them scratch or anything like that. Oh, Flopsy bird. Come on, Chichi. Come on. And we do give them, I have a lot of fresh herbs. I know that sounds kind of shady, like, oh man, I have fresh herbs. But I have, you know, basil and cilantro and parsley and rosemary and lavender. Come on, tick, 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 tick. Come on, tick, 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 tick. Poor Gracie, she can't figure out where they went. How'd they get out? But now they're going to get to have fresh grass, and I'll show you the grazing box again in a minute. Come on, Gracie bird. Come on, Blue. Tick, 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 tick. And my girls. Oh, this is so exciting. Flopsy is the master at digging. She digs everything. I put a bowl of something down, she has to hop on it and dig in it. Come on, Blue. This is the chicken who's been sick, who got a shot yesterday. Oh, all 5 of my birds. My birds. So I'm going to attempt to kind of, there we go, close this here. And hope that I'm not going to have any escaping chickens. I'm hoping that they're just going to be so excited with this today that they won't even look at trying to escape, but we'll see. This is so exciting. This makes my heart so happy. We've wanted to do this since we moved in, and my husband did the majority of all this work, so kudos to Real Simple Daddy. I think I'm going to go in and sit down right there. But now, here's their grazing box. I planted wheatgrass, which is the thin grass right there. This is all just like random crap. You know, if you till up the ground, stuff is going to start growing anyway. So I tilled, you can see exactly where I stopped. Like I tilled all this zone and then I put the grazing box in. The point of a grazing box, and I have other videos on it, but the point of a grazing box is that your chickens will have fresh greens that they can eat. And it could be something that you can use too. You know, it could be garlic or an herb or something that you can also take clippings from. But the point is that your chickens can't get down into the roots, so they can't kill the plant. Basically, it's just like giving it a haircut. They can trim it and eat the top of it, but the plant will continue to grow. But the bottom, the roots are protected. And you can see my grazing box is a good 4 inches tall, pretty much. And the chickens can't get past that point. So the first 4 inches of your plant, basically, and including the ground and their roots, is all protected. And I set that up a couple of weeks ago, so it's had plenty of time for those plants, even those broad-leafed plants, you know, to pop through that hardware cloth there and just keep growing. And everybody's going to eat and go crazy. And other things, let's see if I can do this eloquently with one hand. Other stuff that I had to think about is there is a weed barrier here. There is a weed barrier all throughout this area that the chickens are going to tear up. You can see, like right there as they're digging, they're going to destroy it. I asked multiple sources, and basically everybody said you don't have to worry about them eating it. They're probably not going to eat it, but I mean, obviously they're going to ruin it. So, but see, now they have this whole area all the way down to the end of the cinder box, basically where it turns into sunshine there. This is so awesome. And I really, really wanted to share this with you guys. So when my husband was able to finish the run this morning by building the door, it's like, oh my gosh. Look at all these happy little fluff butts. The black hose that you see going through here is just like a soaker hose, like an irrigation type hose. There is electrical going through here also. I've never had, my chickens have never paid any attention to cables or tried to eat it or anything like that. That's for their fan. That's, you know, it's an outdoor electrical cable It's on a timer. Get it, girls? Bluebird. Come on, tick, tick. Ooh, oh, Flopsy got something. The light brown hen that was running away, she's a thief. She's also really good at catching flies. Most of my other chickens aren't quick enough, but Flopsy gets them. It's all right, Blue. It's all right. These happy birds. So now what I can do is leave this door open until at night, and then at night I'm going to have to come out every night and lock it up. We haven't had any signs, any problems with predators. There are some feral cats around here, but I mean, honestly, my chickens could kick their ass, so they don't come into our yard or anything. But I'll lock it up every night and make sure that it's safe. So they've got that whole zone right there. That pool is going to have water and ice in it. I'll throw seeds or fly grubs or something in it to encourage the chickens to get their feet wet. Remember, that's the quickest way to cool down a hot bird, is to cool their feet. They've got, you can't see it really well, there's a black shepherd hook there, so I could hang up treats, and they have to be in the pool so that they can jump at it. Then there's their grazing box, and then they've got that whole area all the way down and all the way around the corner that they'll get to discover. Look, girls. And as you can see, I mean, with the weed barrier here, it didn't do a super great job anyway. It was already kind of torn up and destroyed. But everything that's here is safe for them. What, girl? It's going to be interesting to see if somebody starts laying eggs back here and to come over here and play, like, you know, find the secret stash. Ooh, bluebird. What do you think, girl? But now they'll have more shade. The mister will be going. They'll have a lot more things to do. Just a lot more space, so they're not just all up in each other's business. I felt bad having, I mean, you could easily keep birds in there and they would survive and they would be fine, but, you know, I wanted more space. And they were used to having an outdoor run with grass and stuff like that before we moved, so I'm giving that back to them. That is it. This is uncovered space, so they're going to have to be mindful of, we do have red shoulder hawks around here. I'm not worried about them. Red shoulder hawks are not as big as red tail hawks. They look like they're not even any bigger than my chickens, so I don't think it's a danger, but we're just going to have to maybe think about doing some aerial predator protection. You could hang up shiny things like shiny ribbon or CDs or things like that to deter and confuse predatory birds. We could put a netting or something across the top. We'll just have to kind of decide as we get to that point. Just a very happy, stimulating day for my chickens. Right, Flopsy? You see, girl. But that's it. I'm Sarah, the Real Simple Mama. I just wanted to share this moment with you because it was really special. Hi, Blue. Chick, chick, chick. Well, they're going to have fun digging around, and I'm going to go running because I'm insane. But I'm Sarah, the Real Simple Mama. If you see something that you think I need to think about or adjust, or you have questions or ideas or anything, I mean, drop them in the comments. I love that our community here on my channel is usually so helpful. Everybody is humble. Everybody is willing to offer suggestions and help each other. You can feel comfortable, hey, asking questions. So I love that there's things I don't know. There's things that we teach each other. And I appreciate you being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And we'll see you soon.